Hi everybody, and today in this video I want to talk about the new lockdown which is coming in place this week, but also about mental health, the impact this year so far we've had with the other lockdown we had, the restrictions, and now we're heading into another lockdown this week. So the impact it's having on people's mental health so far this year, and also probably this new lockdown, with financially businesses affecting people's businesses and so forth. There's a lot of probably anger around it, frustration, a bit of anxiety around it, worry, fear, stress around it, like just feeling negative around it all. All that is triggers to having an impact on people's mental health. Now we can't do nothing about it. We can't do nothing about the lockdown. It's going to happen. Reasons are, we have to protect ourselves and others, and obviously as well the NHS, what they're saying about the NHS, about the hospitals, which is quite understandable. So we should be thinking about what we can, not about what's going to happen. There's probably another bit as well, what's going to happen after the lockdown. So that's all thinking ahead, causing a lot of anxiety around it all as well. So we should be thinking what we can do to help get through this lockdown, get through this coronavirus, just get through this lockdown. We should be thinking about what we can do to help ourselves and even help others as well, to help our mental health, like coping with it the best way we can, turning it into something positive. Because thinking about what would it be like if there wasn't no restrictions, there wasn't a lockdown, what would it be like? So turning that negative around it into something positive and helping ourselves with it, like our well-being. Now the awareness around the impact as well on people's mental health, it's affecting everybody. Everybody's mental health in some sort of a way is being affected. But even more so if someone's already suffering with a mental illness, they get those triggers, depression, like stress, anxiety, worry, fear, the overthinking. They get all that anyway with an illness. So having all that on top makes it just that little bit more difficult to cope with. But it's not impossible to cope with either. So like those that are suffering with a mental illness, those coping strategies, those coping tools that you use to help with your mental health, with your illness, they're there for the tough times as well. They work. They help you through those tough times, as well as any other times that helps you get through your day-to-day living. So they're important to have in place for, when the lockdown comes in this week. Help to manage your mental health the best way you can. Try and have a little bit of a routine. We can still go out, for our exercise. Use that, it's good use, is to try and get out for some exercise, whether it's walking, running, whatever you're into, whatever sort of exercise. It would be good to help de-stress and try and focus away from what is going on. Just like staying in the present moment rather than being pulled away from it. You know, there's different types. I do Tai Chi and Qigong. Now that's good to do. It's good for you physically and it's good for you mentally as well. It's good for the mind as well. You know, using coping strategies just to help get through it. You know, sometimes, like I said, it's easier said than done when you're in that moment, when you're in that predicament of when your mental health is suffering a little bit, but it's not impossible to cope with because you, like I said, you have them coping tools there to help you with it. You know, so that's bringing awareness around mental health through these tough times that we are experiencing. And like I said, with the lockdown where that's coming into place, it'd be good for all of us to have a little bit of a routine, to bring a bit of positive to ourselves and to others, spreading a bit of kindness around, being kind to one another. You know, look what happened in the first lockdown. People come together and with kind acts, you know, doing kindness, it goes a long way. So we should be carrying that on to help with people's mental health, to help with their well-being, people's well-beings as well, because I think we can all do with a bit of kindness now and a bit of positive around, even though it is tough, you know, and feeling negative. Like I said, turning that negative into positive to help get through what is going on. So I wanted to do this video just especially because, like I said, we're going into this lockdown and just bringing a bit of awareness around mental health during these tough times, even more so these tough times, and bringing a bit of kindness around it, helping each other as much as we can just to get through this. We can get through this, you know, we're strong, we can get through it. You know, we got through the first lockdown, okay, there was restrictions afterwards, and you know, but we got through that first lockdown and that was longer. So it's all about what you do to help with your mental health. And like I said, I just wanted to do it to bring a bit of awareness around the effects it's having on everybody, probably worldwide as well, with the tough year we've had. But in this country, like I said, we're going into another lockdown, and probably there are people out there probably feeling a bit anxious and a bit worried and fearful around it. But like I said, if you've got them coping tools there, use them for those tough times to help get through it. And be kind to yourself. That helps. To be kind to yourself, be kind to somebody else as well. We can do it. We're all in this together and we will get through it the best way we can. So please share this video because our mental health is very important, and especially like during these tough times that we are experiencing. And give us a like.